Hello guys, how you doing today? Let me minimize that. There we go. I was just minimizing my recorder. Welcome everyone to another Lone Lycanroc video. Obviously, of course, you already knew that. What you're looking at right now is the emulation of the Gateway 2000 4DX2 50V. I believe when did I upload the last video of this that thing I did? 4 days ago. So that was on September 16th, I believe. I just want to double check that. Actually, it was on September 15th, 2024. So, yeah. But what's very interesting about that video is the OS install video is that it's been performing very well actually. Just clear my throat there. They've been watching it more often than usual. It's got 134 views actually, ranking 1 of 10. I am not going to go any further details, but it's became a very well received video in my opinion. So thank you to everyone who's been supporting that video. I gladly appreciate it for a change. But anyway, enough of all that. What we're here is at Windows 3.1 Program Manager. As you can see, I haven't really done a whole lot with this. I've really gotten hung up on the other stuff. I've been playing video games like Power World and stuff. I probably will be working on that for my other YouTube channel called KJTV. So check that out real soon. I don't know when the official release date will be. It'll probably be September 27th, somewhere around that range. We'll see. But we're gonna do something a little bit different. Initially, I was going to do an overview video of the Gateway 2046, but since I really don't have any software on here, I don't really know. It seems to me with that, with the OS install video being very well received, it seems to me you guys seem to be very interested in that kind of stuff. So, why don't we get a little bit more dirtier than before by doing something different? I want to challenge myself. I know I said this before. I don't know if I said it before on YouTube. I don't think I have. I've always thought Windows 95 was not very compatible with 486 or 386 processors. I always thought that. But going to WinWorld's page here, it says right here the minimum CPU is a 386. So theoretically it could work with a 486, which obviously this is what it has. So should we test ourselves, guys? Maybe we should. So let's see if we can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and shut down Windows here. Windows 3.1, that is. Okay, fix that. That's good. Sometimes PCM likes to do that. I don't know if you were able to see that, but hopefully you didn't. Got an egg hatching on Pokemon Go, but oh well. Anyway, enough of all that. I don't know if you can see my Windows 11 desktop. Okay, yes you can. Okay, I was just making sure of that. But anyway, you probably know what I'm going to do now is, actually there is one thing I really want to do is I want to get this 5.25 inch 1.2 megabyte floppy drive. That's what I was going to do, but probably going to end up doing it on camera, and now I need to create a new hard drive. So I'm going to eject this one and create a new one. Just do dynamic size. Okay, numlock's working. Okay, I'll put there. Gateway. Okay, we'll use that same name, but instead we'll just attach Win95 to it. Okay, it's going to be 2 gigs, of course. I believe that's all we have to change here, so yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and start her up. I did let me in the BIOS. Okay, the disk is not drive is not ready, but I want to go into BIOS, so okay, there we go. We're in the BIOS now. I just need to set up. Okay, I don't know if this is showing up. Okay, it is good. Okay, so I was still recording, so I don't know how it's gonna show up on cameras. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to make cuts or whatever. So, but it looks like everything's fine, so that's good. So I'll just find out later how it turns out on camera when I'm doing this on editing. Okay, let's see. Detect C. Yep, that looks accurate to me. I might have to run disk. I don't know how Windows 95 will react to the disk because I might have to use disk overlay software, which obviously may not work right with Windows 95, but we'll just hope for the best. I'll probably have to run disk overlay software first, either way, yeah. And we'll just hope for the best. Seems proper enough. Okay, not worry about the date and time. Mouse is being weird. I don't know if I did that right or not. Okay, I did. That's good. I think that's all I have to do here. So, yeah, we'll save the changes, of course. Yeah, I don't know if this will work or not, because this is kind of a weird motherboard. Now, I think the 95 CD I have is not self-extracted yet, but we'll worry about that later. First things first, I'm going to do is actually I need to get Easy Drive installed. So on this one, I think to do that we actually have to boot from a MS-DOS disk, unfortunately. So we find one here. Just put disk one in. Because again, either way, even with regardless of the disk, it's only going to see so much. Just because the BIOS sees the whole drive doesn't mean that Windows will see it all. So press F3, F3, there we go. And now we'll swap the floppy out for the Western Digital disk. I can find it, there it is. I think this is it. I believe it's easy. Yep. Alright, press enter to continue. It will do fully automatic. Go ahead. Okay, it's going to partition it in two partitions, that's fine. I have to put the MS-DOS disk back in, probably. Yep, I'll beep, I will admit. I'll find my MS-DOS disk again. This one probably is what it wants. It's obviously what it said. Alright, we'll take the MS-DOS disk out. Yes, you can also install additional operating systems like Windows NT or OS2. But I think I might know what I'm doing, so hopefully we'll get this going. We'll press escape to reboot. Here we go. There's Easy Drive loading. I'm just going to load into a basic command prompt. Oh, look at that, the date's right. What do you know? But I think that just carries over from maybe either my Windows 11 machine or maybe it carried over from the BIOS, who knows. So we'll just leave it alone. Yep, we'll just leave it alone. Who cares? At least that's right. Okay. So yeah, this is just a standard basic command prompt here, basically. Nothing too exciting here. So yeah. Now I'm gonna have to stop it here, guys, because I'm gonna have to like get the Windows 95 CD self-extracted. So yeah, that usually takes a while. So I might as well just stop it here, guys. So I will catch you guys in a second. Don't go away. Alright, I'm back, guys. Of course, you already knew that. And I have to clear my throat constantly. what we're doing is, well, first things first, I'm probably gonna have to reboot again. I have to hold down control. I gotta wait for it to go for this. Yep, there we go. Press A. Now I gotta put the disc in. My mouse will suffice. There we go. Put that over a little bit so I can see it better. Okay, I think I'm gonna use a Windows 95 disk. I don't know if an OSR2 disk will work because I'm installing OSR1, but we'll roll with it. I don't know why now 49's in there. That's just an audio CD or image. Some downloads, not documents. Okay, where you at? There you are. Press enter. See what happens. And it's loading up something. Okay, we'll probably go with the first one. That usually works. At least I think it does. I've had good experiences with it. Okay, it's detected something. Alright, it's drive E. Does that mean we can access the contents on that drive? Yep, there we go. We can access the contents there, so that's a good sign. And I think since the hard drive is already pre-formatted, yeah, we're not going to reformat because then we'll lose the command prompt. So yeah, I'm not going to bother with that because remember, yeah, we're not going to do that because it'll just reformat. So yeah, don't bother with that. So because we don't want to lose our changes that disk overlay software did. So yeah, better safe than sorry. So we'll go back to C drive here. So yeah, this time we're not going to reformat because disk overlay software actually did do some changes that make it where it's much bigger than it's supposed to be for this motherboard. But what we're going to do is, I hope this works, so we're going to go to make Windows, do F3 there so I don't have to do it all over again. Neat little trick I found out in the YouTube video, by the way. I think the video files, I don't know why I said videos, actually no, the files are on the E drive because again it's disk overlay software. Create a second partition which is drive D. Don't know what I'll use that partition for, but whatever. I guess we just copied the files from the Win95 folder. Yep, there we go. And I guess since it's already has a command prompt on the hard drive, the system's already transferred, so theoretically we can also just run the setup from there as well, which is good. I don't know if Windows 95 will automatically be able to detect the CD-ROM drive. It usually does. If it does not, I'm probably gonna have to like add some stuff to like autoexec config.sys because again, this motherboard apparently will only detect the hard drive. It doesn't usually detect the CD-ROM drive, but that doesn't necessarily end up being the case. We'll just take the CD out, the floppy, and we'll just do a control delete and see what happens. It should be booting back into the hard drive now. Let Easy Drive do its thing here. There's MS-DOS again. Leave the date and time alone. Obviously, that's right. It's 1 o'clock right now. It's 1:01 actually. As we speak. And I guess setup is right here in this folder. So again, we don't have to do anything here. So we'll just run setup. I'll run it with the IS switch so scan this doesn't get in the way. And let's see what happens. Well, took a little bit than normal, but it loaded up. Of course, you've seen this many times, of course, but you already do that. But we'll continue anyway. Now, I can imagine that this setup process will be a little bit slower on a 486. I will imagine that. So I might stop the camera here and there during the setup process, unfortunately. So there you go. Yes, I do accept the agreement, obviously. I'll just release the cursor. I think I do the rest of my map of the keyboard. I don't know. Next. All right, that doesn't look right, but yeah, you don't want to install Windows triple O because if you do that, it will screw up the installation, and it does whine about it. But just say yes. It will make the life of your computer and health, I should say, a lot better. I'm just saying it really will. And again, this is a 486 slot at 50 megahertz. I think it's a DX2 486, I believe. So it's like almost double that speed theoretically. Let's go with a custom installation. It needs the product number. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here, guys. Well, should I stop it here? Um, yeah, sorry about me being quiet. I was just being, yeah. I'll probably undo some cuts there too. Anyway, welcome back, guys. This is the user information input screen, obviously. The key was inputted. I'm probably just gonna cut the part out. I accidentally forgot to stop recording, so. But yeah, I was kind of hung up on that WinWorld thing. But anyway, I'll just put my name in here. Jesse Hackinson, Pokemon World. And we'll modify the hardware list. We'll let it scan the CD-ROM drive, assuming that it will work. I hope it does. I don't see anything about Tappy there, so if it doesn't work, I'll be kind of disappointed. Mouse is fine. Okay, I'll just skip the Necro adapter for now because I do have a Necro adapter in here on this emulation, but I don't want to deal with that right now. And we'll skip PCM-ICIA because obviously that's not really a thing on PCM. I'll leave ports alone. And SCSI I don't think is really a thing on PCM either. Sound MIDI video is fine. I guess that's it. So, and here we go. This will probably take a while too. So, actually, it may not take long at all. Actually, already 81%. It's so quick. But yeah, I think I'll just keep recording, guys. I just realized it's being much quicker actually. But who knows? But there was a bunch of stuff I did check off. So who knows? Yeah, it looks like it's going a little bit quicker than I thought it would. 96%. Usually on like the other systems like the Pentiums, they usually tend to be a lot slower. I don't know why it's being much quicker. I think at this point it's probably gonna get hung up again. I'll probably just stop recording here, guys. Alright, we're back, guys. Obviously the thing finished, so click here. Oh, I did that, but it's okay. Get connected. Remember, this is Windows 95A, so it's more lightweight. We'll just skip all this. We don't need any of it. Accessibilities. You know, I'm autistic, but it don't really matter that much. It's more like blind stuff. We'll take all the accessories. None of the communications. We'll leave these tools alone, I guess. Take all the multimedia, and that's good enough. Yes, it only takes 90 megabytes. I've got plenty of space for it, obviously. And obviously it didn't detect our network. Well, that's because I told it not to. If I had told it to, then it would have detected it, but obviously it didn't because I told it not to. And we'll tell it to detect the monitor as, is there just plug and play monitor? Apparently not. Plug and play monitor, Vesta DDC. We'll just do that then. Apparently it detects as a standard serial mouse, which technically it is because the motherboard ROM I'm using, it doesn't have support for PS2, so yeah, I better leave that alone. Because when we switch to PS2, it's gonna totally screw it up. And no, I don't want to start up disk. And here we go. We're gonna copy the files now, finally. The most exciting part, obviously. And once it finishes copying the files, I don't know if it will boot into Windows 95 from the hard drive or what. I'm hoping it will. If it does not, then that's going to be an epic failure, guys. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and stop it here, guys. So I will catch you guys once Windows 95 is installed. How about that? Alright, we're back, guys. Windows 95 just finished installing on the Gateway 486. So click Finish. And let's see if it will boot up. At least Easy Drive wasn't overwritten, at least. Well, what do you know? It's actually booting up for the first time. I'm genuinely surprised. Well, sort of, but you get the idea. It's going to be a little bit slow, though, with a 486, but it seems to be running okay. It might have been a little bit faster if it was a 66, but this is just a 50, so. But I don't think there's really a huge difference. There might be, though. But I don't think there's really any difference at all, really. Seems to be okay, though. Let's set up control panel. In the shortcuts on the start menu. That's a notable feature on the notable feature with Windows 95. What's up next? Windows Help, which obviously is going to take a while with a 486. All right, where are we at? Pacific time. All right. Date and time. That looks right. We are not going to set up a printer. And we do not have sound. Yep, we don't have any sound, guys. That's kind of concerning me. But maybe that's just because maybe that's just that setup. Maybe it'll load up when it first spits up. I believe it's the Sound Blaster 16 that it has. Alright, sound is working. I guess there's just no sound during the setup phase on Windows 95A. That really would not surprise me. Sorry about that. I did that. Change the volume controls here. So yeah, Windows 95 actually does run on here, believe it or not. Now I wonder if it's going to see all the drives. Okay, it sees the floppy drive, the B drive, that would be the 5 1/4 drive. along with our main hard drive, which obviously we use disk overlay software for. It really isn't anything on here, it's just the primary drive, but yeah, that's it. I'm curious to see, will it be able to read CD-ROMs though? That is kind of my concern there. I'm just gonna put the Windows 95 CD back in and see what happens. And it looks like it will. It looks like it read it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording here. Alright, it's been a little while later now. It's still the same desktop and everything, but it's just been like an hour later or so. But yeah, here is the Gateway 4DX again, DX2 at 50 megahertz. Of course, we'll go to my computer properties. Again, this is Microsoft Windows 95 version A, which is otherwise known as OSR1. Kind of a different version. I never use it that much. I'm usually always used to using a custom OSR2 because it has the better features and everything. But this since this is a 486 processor, it probably needs something a little bit more lightweight, so it makes common sense. Yep, and you can see right here the processor is indeed a 486, but it shows up as 80486. Because that's what it's coined at, is 80486. It has 60 megabytes of RAM, of course. Load up device manager. Apparently there's something wrong with the serial mouse. It's acting like the drivers are not installed for some reason, which is ironic because the mouse is working just fine. But yeah, the drivers are right here. I think it's just using the Microsoft mouse driver, it looks like. But it's pretending that the driver's not there, which is quite interesting. So I don't know what's up with that. What's the CD-ROM show up as? Okay, PCM CD, of course. This is PCM. There's 2 floppy drives in here along with a IDE hard disk. Cirrus Logic, video card, just basic video capabilities. Nothing too exciting there, no. 3D acceleration, obviously. Standard floppy disk controller, of course. Has a standard IDE, ESDI hard disk controller. 2 of them actually, apparently. I think that might have something to do with Easy Drive. A standard 102 key, or a Microsoft Central Keyboard, what you want to call it. I set it up as a plug-and-play monitor, Vesta DDC, as you saw earlier. So we'll have to configure it later. Obviously, there's a problem with the serial mouse, but it ain't causing any issues, it looks like. We'll just man up and leave it alone, I guess. And if we remove it, it's just going to make it worse, probably. There's the 2 communications ports along with the 2 printer ports. I guess this has all 4 of them. Our sound card, Sound Blaster 16 or AUX32, along with a game port joystick. And for system devices, there isn't really a whole lot here. Again, this is a 486 system. It doesn't really have a whole lot to offer, but you get what you get. Yeah, system resources, 97% free. So yeah, that's fun. Yeah, that's the system information there in my computer. And the CD-ROM drive does work in Windows 95, believe it or not, which generally surprises me because, well, not really, but kind of does. I haven't tested the audio CD capabilities yet because I remember on Windows 3.1, especially with this board, it would kind of get messed up a little bit. So I don't know if this is the same thing that's going to happen with Windows 95. I hoping it will not, but we'll just hope for the best. What I'm gonna do is I would just play one of my own audio CDs, like the Now album or whatever. But that stuff is copyrighted, so obviously has copyright music in it. So I might just play a. I have to find a Q image that supposedly has audio music on it, and we're not putting that in there. Documents folder here. I think I'll put the Garfield Caught the Axe CD in. See what that does. I think it's in its own folder, if it's even here. Okay, here it is. Okay, I'll just cancel out that. I'm not going to install it right now. What I'm going to do is I want to load up the CD player app, if it's even on here, which I think I did check it was. Yep. See if it reads it. Okay, looks like it will. It's seeing a total track time play of 30 minutes and 54 seconds. The first track is 4 minutes and 44 seconds. I don't know how accurate that is, though. But I am curious how many tracks there are. 19. Okay, yeah. Okay, now it's saying it's 1 minute and 28 seconds. Oh, I think it skipped. Yeah, I think there's a bug with the CD where it skips certain tracks. Turn this down a little bit if it'll let me, because the earwaves sounding different anyway, but it'll be okay. Turn it down a little bit more. I think audio CD capability is working just fine on here. I don't think this music will get me copyrighted. I hope not. Probably intro music. I've played this game a tad bit, not a whole lot. I might play this game on here someday. I'll probably use the controller to play it. Because I found out you can't use a controller, the Xbox controller for PCM to play it, which is really nice. It does work, by the way. Dipping through these, I just want to make sure it works. Must be the same track recorder. Alright, I think that works. Now here's the hitch. This is where it's gonna get kind of interesting. I think track one's just a data part of the CD. I could be wrong, but it probably is. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put a different CD in. I'm just gonna empty it first, and I'm gonna put a completely different CD, and I'll probably just put a CD in that probably has copyright music, but I hope it doesn't play it automatically, because if it does, that's gonna kind of annoy me. I'll just put Trapped in. Alright, looks like it will honor the time, because it's showing up as 53:17. But just to calm my nerves, I'm gonna play through it anyway. Before I do that, actually, you know what? I think it'll be okay. I don't want to play this music on through this video, because I know I'm uploading this to YouTube for obviously reasons, and And obviously, I know if I play this song, then Warner Brothers, I believe it's the label I signed to. I forget though. They're gonna go to my front door and sue me to death. So let's just do an Alt F4 there and just close out of that. Just empty out that. And while we're at it, we can do a MIDI test. Just take a while to load up. Sounds pretty good. This is a standard old-fashioned Sound Blaster 16, obviously. Just gets the job done, obviously. It's like a 6-minute song, I just realized that. I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing, by the way. Maybe the first minute, but that's about it. Yeah, that's good enough. Anyway, I guess that's it for this video, guys, unfortunately. I'll probably do the software installation later on for this image that I did, but I feel like Windows 95 might come of good use on this system. It's pretty zippy. So needless to say, I stand corrected. Windows 95 can run pretty well on a 486. It says WinWorld's website says it can also run on a 386 as well, but I don't think I really trust that. 486, well, I think I can take that, but 386, meh, probably not. But either way, yeah. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know a lot of people enjoy the OS install Windows 3.11 on for the same system, so that was pretty cool. I'm surprised it got a lot of reputation. So anyway, until next time, I am Jesse Atkinson, aka the Lone Lycanroc, sign off. Goodbye.